Man, what's up with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But collective, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all 5 videos coming in the next 7. So man, but the 5th video, slide in there, it's about like 27 minutes or so. I know how y'all feel about the short clips, but it's an extra video for y'all. Just slide it in there. I'm trying to get all that done, as well as some other little things I'm trying to get done as well. But I'm gonna look out for the collective. I hope you're having a smooth 7. But even if you ain't subbed up and you just like coming to the channel, you like the clips or whatever the case is, I appreciate you too. Hope you're having a smooth 7. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Okay, let's talk about this image that's behind me right now. Let me give y'all some context for the people that don't know. This video game is GTA 5, right? I used to be somewhat, you would call it, addicted to playing games. I would play from sun up to sundown. One day, as I was driving on this game, I stopped because I seen this billboard. You know, wisdom always been wisdom, whether I was playing the game or I was doing whatever I was doing, I always been who I was. So when I seen this, it was like I was staring at this for a whole 20 minutes. Hell is awaiting if you're having fun. And guess what? As I was playing GTA, I was having fun. Then it had me thinking on what energy is at play when I'm playing a game. And if y'all see the image behind me, this is the 7 deadly sins. Let's look over here to our left corner and let's look at sloth. See, when you sit up and you play the game all day, that's channeling your willpower. And when you sit up and play the game all day, that energy is going somewhere. Or the energy that's behind it that these entities is using is sloth. We have to know that we are in a spiritual war. Everything that you do is energy. Your energy is going somewhere. Y'all read this song behind me. Hell awaits if you're having fun.
Breaking news. You remember this man who made the viral video about Tesla? The electrician who was wiring all the machines that's going to make the robots? With a bird's eye view on what he's doing? Yeah, he got fired. And this man might have a case behind that. One of my followers on live notified me of this. And he is good friends with the Mel Toro. I'm gonna get this man alive. I'm gonna try to attempt to. And when I do, I will give you guys the day and time so we can have a one-on-one conversation on what the hell he actually saw in that Tesla warehouse. Remember, it had him working 12 days, 6-7 days a week, running them. And he lost his job because he made a video saying he was working. He didn't film inside the building. No, he filmed outside the building. It's not grounds to be fired. Now, I lost my job from filming inside the warehouse because that's a breach of security. But to film the outside of a building, that's not breach of security. Saying I work somewhere is not breach of security. This man might have a lawsuit, but that's not what should pique your interest. What he said should. And the means that got him fired. Interesting. Why don't they want y'all to know what's going on? Do you think you would get fired for saying, hey guys, I work here. And when I work here, I load trucks with beer. If you work at Budweiser, would that get you fired? Message. So take what this man said very seriously. And when I do contact him or he gets in contact with me, I'm waiting. And I will tell y'all that live. And I will tell you the time and date. And I know a lot of people will be there to hear what the this man has to say. Y'all guys have a blessed day. Peace to the God.
Now, Toxic but True Reality did send me the clip of when they about to go live. They'll go live at 2 p.m. This video will be out after that. But if y'all follow me on Instagram, I did take that clip of him when he sent it to me. He said, get it out there. I told my whole Instagram, hey, go ahead and check him out at 2 p.m. So I did do my job. I'm trying to get this video out before that, but the videos are already, you know, in play, and I had already got them edited. So while I'm shooting this is actually on Thursday, and it's like 10:30 Thursday. Yeah, so I ain't gonna be able to get it edited and all that and everything looked over, copyrights and all that. I ain't gonna be able to get it out in time. And I got other things to do as well. So, but I did get it on my Instagram, so go check them out. How y'all feel about that game, GTA, bro? GTA is the shit. Y'all, hey, if anybody plays it, they know it's the shit. GTA, the new one coming, that one really about to be the shit, bro. We've been waiting too long, but I do understand what he's saying. You giving your energy somewhere. But, I mean, damn, we can't walk on eggshells with every damn thing. We can't eat, can't do nothing, bro. Like, just let me enjoy the, like, a little bit of time playing the video game. I'm not harming anybody. That's my take on that one. I mean, we can't take it that serious, but somebody might disagree. Let me know what y'all feeling.
You saw something, but you don't ever tell this story because you know that no one would ever believe.
Okay, so I have a story for you. We're from a small town in Mexico called Tecaltiche, Jalisco, okay? And my parents used to take us as children to visit our relatives, right? And it is very, I can't explain it, it's just very earthy, very nature. Mexico is, I don't know, you just feel closer to people there. It's just different. Anyway, we used to love going down there, and I used to love visiting all my relatives. And one day, then I was on my way back home to check in with my mom, and I saw one of my cousins. She said, hey, you want to go to the Centro with us? And I was like, oh yes, of course I want to go with you, but let me just go let my mom know. And she's like, we don't have time, we'll just be right back. So this was around noon, okay? It was 8:30 at night when we got back. My mother was hysterical. She had the whole neighborhood looking for me, and when I got home, she was whipping my ass. Like, woo, where the hell were you? Why didn't you tell me where you went? How could you do this to me? She was hysterical. So one of my other aunts stepped in and said, Mija, why don't you just let her come stay by my house? You're really upset, and, you know, she's just let her stay with me tonight. And I said, yes, I want to go with her. I remember one thing about this aunt, that she had a son that was murdered. It was her eldest son who used to be in charge of the family because she was a widower. So it really hurt her. Like, it was, she never got over it. My aunt lived in pain her whole life. And you can sense that walking in her house. There was a lot of grief. We went to go to bed, and she's like, you go to bed, Mija, I'm just going to say my rosary. She was Catholic, and she's like, I'm just going to say a quick rosary, and I'll come right to bed. I said, okay, Tia. So I can see her, I can hear her murmuring the rosary back and forth, and she was, you know, just repeating, and I fell asleep. And then I woke up, and it was like, I don't know, past midnight, and she was still praying, and I thought, ooh, how long is this thing gonna go? But whatever, I said, I'm gonna go back to sleep. I went back to sleep, and I woke up again because she was still praying, and it was like waking me up. Over to her, and I see her rocking back and forth. She had like a robe over her, and I was like, oh, I don't want to bother her, but I woke up, and I said, Tia, how much longer are you going to be? You know, I peeked over my blankets. I said, how much longer are you going to be? And she stopped, and she stared at me dead in the face, and I couldn't see her face. I could see like the light coming in from the outside, like the moonlight, but I knew it was her, and she looked like she was upset. I mean, it just stone cold stared at me. I went to go lay down. As I'm laying down, I look over, and my aunt was laying right next to me. Instantly froze. Instantly, I was like, oh, hell no. I just stood there, and I did not move an inch. Like, I had my blankets like this, and that's how I stayed the whole night until the sun came out. When I saw the sun come out, I quickly got up, and I looked over, and I saw the chair. It wasn't a rocking chair, it was just a regular chair. And my aunt's like, you're going home, you don't want breakfast? No thanks, bye, see ya. Did never go back.
Damn.
I don't scare very easily. In fact, it takes a lot to scare me, and I mean a lot. But the night before last, my wife and I were sitting out here on the porch. If you look right over my shoulder right there, they're getting ready to tear this place down. Now, we live in a trailer park. It's a decent trailer park, but this house has been here for a while. The people that used to live there, they've only been gone for maybe a month. They were very clean people, and they took very good care of their property. Now, for the last few nights, me and my wife has heard nothing but the same noise over and over. It sounds like animals in there, like a raccoon. They had a window air conditioner on one side there. When they took it, there was no window left. So they're getting ready to tear it down. We never thought anything of it, just thought maybe some kind of animal was in there. And that window right behind me, I heard a smack on the window, and I look over, my wife sees it, and I see it. There's someone standing in this window, and it doesn't look good to me. When they walked away, they tore those blinds off right there. That's why you see that hole. My wife and I jumped up. I tell her, go in there and call the police now. I go over to where the windows broke. Now, I'm not thinking anything devilish at this moment, right? I just walk over to the window. One reason being, I've got children in here, so whatever it is, can't be in there acting foolish with my children right next door. Sometimes you just wish you'd mind your own business. I opened that blind. Instantly, the blinds just turned to dust. And I know these blinds wasn't bad because the people that lived there took very good care of their home. For them to turn to dust, first I don't see anything, but I hear a scratching sound. It sounded like someone digging at wood. I turn in that direction and I see someone, and I know it's a person, just the eyes, plain as day. I could see someone's eyes, and I definitely seen a bridge of their nose. They were crawling on the floor towards me. Again, I'm not believing what I'm seeing. Whatever this is has to be human, and whatever this is acting like this cannot be in the home next to me. It can't happen. So I move away from the window because I don't know what it is, and I don't want to take the chance. Just as I come past this window right here, I catch out the side of my eye someone's eye in the window. When I turned to look, it was almost like a jump scare. It got closer to the window, scared me. I took off running up the steps. Now, we have a police department that's right there, 100 yards away. We can hear the cops coming. I told my wife, go back in the house. Whatever this is not cool. Something is not right. My wife doesn't believe this. She said, I'm going outside. The police are on their way. I want to see what's going on. When she comes out here, she sees the exact same thing I do. It scares her. She runs in the house. I'm right behind her. Whatever this was, it had eyes like a human, but this shit wasn't human. Police go inside. They look around everywhere. They don't find anything. In fact, one of the officers made it a point to show me that the dust in the house hasn't even been stepped on by anyone. Moved, nothing. And now I know there's something weird going on here. Really weird. We haven't heard a single noise since then. And I've been out here on the porch every night since. Next time I hear something, I'm going to record it. Next time I see something, you're going to see it. Make sure you guys like and follow.
Believe him. Or no evidence, do y'all not believe him?
The owner of the photo said, I suddenly woke up at night and found my cat sitting like this and looking at me. Ma'am, or sir, or they, them, whatever you identify as, I hope you no longer have this cat in your house, because there's no way I'm waking up in the middle of the night and I look at my dresser and my cat is sitting on the dresser just looking at me. There's no way that I would let a Lugao do that to me. It's not possible. And look, his paws are resting against the thing, like it's gripping it, like, yeah, make that move. Don't worry, I'm looking at you. You would not find this cat anywhere. If this cat is still in the house, just know I no longer live there. I'm signing the house in his name. I'm making sure he got enough funds to pay his rent. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems, bro. I want no problems. Because there's no way you're looking at me like that while I'm asleep and I'm supposed to just wake up and continue feeding you and petting you. Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh, and yeah. Welcome back to the Lugao series, young boys.
That cat, bro, I'm telling you, ain't no way. Just the shadow alone scares the shit out of me.
Son, guys, it's getting weird. There's this guy called Farm Boy on TikTok. He shows the sun, and then he shows sunflowers. And the sunflowers all have their backs to the sun. I was a huge sun gazer for about a year. And at the beginning of this year, I started to notice, ever since the eclipse, it just seemed different. And although I really love sun gazing, I stopped. and I'm glad I have now. Because if heliotropism, which I believe is what it's called when flowers are facing the sun or when they're vibrating towards the sun, if they're not facing the sun right now, what does that tell you? What's going on with the sun?
Farm boy, I hope this don't get me into trouble. I put up a video that talked about food, and well, it got taken down, and I appealed it got put back up, then it got taken down, and so I just took it off. Then I reposted the video and give it a different name, and today it got violated, and I got a warning strike, which means the Farm Boy's account could get banned if I make any more mistakes, lacking authenticity. Well, let me show you something here about authenticity. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour to absorb the sun. Can you see there? Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here. Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this. Now, I don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction. This is a Farm Boy. Let me know what you think about that.
Damn. For entertainment purposes, how y'all feel? The sun don't feel right. We seen videos of them saying that videos of the sunrise was community guidelines on TikTok. We seen that people saying that the sun don't feel the same. They looking at it and they've sun gazed for years and it ain't right. We've seen elderly women in their 90s say that's not how the sun is. I don't remember the sun being like that. We've seen a lot of videos about the sun. We've seen videos of the sun possibly being a sun simulator, how they rolling it on wheels, all types of crazy stuff that we wouldn't even imagine 20, 30, 100 years ago. The public, wouldn't imagine. How y'all feel though? Them damn sunflowers is like, nah, bro, I'm looking away. And they all looking away. Sometimes it's the most simple things that we just gotta pay attention to. And they'll tell you a whole lot. Sometimes it's just the simple things.
A 65-year-old woman was tased 8 times in Mississippi. She was sitting in the parking lot of a state park, and officers approached her. She was actually reading the Bible and preparing a sermon. And the cops insisted that they search her vehicle, and she said no because they didn't have a warrant. And they proceeded to rough her up, and they tased her 8 times. Now, throughout the tasings, she had said that she had a medical condition. She was having trouble breathing, and they tased her again. And apparently the EMT that showed up was also racist because she told him, I have a medical condition. I need to go to the hospital. And he said, well, I looked you over. You're fine. So they take her to the jailhouse. And on top of all of this, they charged her with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. Also, on top of that, when she is diabetic, and they refused to give her her insulin when she was at the jailhouse. Vivian Burks, 65 years old. This peaceful protesting doesn't seem to be working. I want to fight. I want to fight. And like, I will never truly understand what a person of color must feel when all these things are happening to their brothers and sisters and sons and daughters and grandmothers. But I really want to fight. I'm so sick of this shit. It makes my blood boil. All right, if you will have me, I'll be there with you. Love you guys. Bye.
Immediately, force is going to be used against silent individuals. If you do not stop, impact rounds will be fired.
Damn. To any of my people that was there, or in that was in your city, country, let me know what was going on there. What led to all that? What led to all that? And the clip before that, when she's talking about the grandmother, I would have liked to think that she survived through the insulin, through her being, through her health issues and being tased 8 times, saying she couldn't breathe or she was having complications breathing. Like, I would say, like, she did make it through that. I want to look a little deeper, but prayers to her, man, because that could have been my grandmother. That could have been anybody's else. So, like, and we don't wish that type of stuff on nobody. So, prayers to that grandmother, to that woman, prayers to the family, man. And I know she got grandchildren or children, all of that, man. I know that they ready to turn up, but, like, yeah. That's crazy. I wonder what state that happened in.
Oh, 你妈的！出来！操你妈！出来！上二楼！啥？女儿呢？操你妈的！操你妈！你妈了个逼！操你妈的！出来！操你妈的！
Man, why your ass go back if you gonna scream and yell?
Oh my gosh, you guys are not gonna believe this. We just saw that door open and shut.
Wait, oh my god!
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh my god!
It just moved.
Holy shit. Stop.
Do you see that?
Zoom in. Zoom in. No, to the right. Wait, what the f? Do you see that?
That giant just.
Okay, so he caught that on camera, right? But let's just hope he don't go searching for that type of stuff in the future, because we know what happens. Let's keep bro safe. We glad to have gotten that footage. Grateful, appreciate it. But bro, your safety. Your safety, bro. Clip before that dude is just crazy, bro. Why are you going back? Why you go back? I get it. Again, great content, great footage. But why go back if you gonna scream like that? Cause he gonna mess around and find out, bro. He gonna mess around and find out. That was kind of weird, but it also could have been somebody playing behind the scenes if he went back. Maybe if he'd have just ran out the first time, I'd been like, yeah. But I don't know the circumstances of why he's there. Maybe he a ghost hunter. Maybe he chases the paranormal. I don't know, but I wouldn't have went back. Glad for the content, but I wouldn't have went back.
The whole world know that the circle and the cross mean God. In everybody's language, the circle and the cross mean God. And if you're a Christian, you thought it was because of Jesus. But 5,000 years before Jesus was even born, they got Egyptians with the circle and the cross. And it still meant God. So now, don't tell me it meant somebody died on something that ain't even been born yet. That means there's another reason that that circle and that cross mean God. They don't want to tell you this. It's so simple. It's so simple, but it's not a cross. It's a compass. It's a compass. It's north, south, west, and east. It's not a cross. It's a compass. North, south, west, and east. If God meant you could do anything, you could be anywhere. You could go to and fro as you like. And in order to do that, folks, you need direction. You need a GPS. You need some sort of a mapping system. You need to know how to get from point A to point B. And if you just had your hands on the compass, sweet Jesus, from north and south and the west and east, of glory.
We're in the middle of nowhere. Look what I see. How cool is that? It's like an eye in the sky. I caught it again, and this time I'm still, you guys. I'm not moving. like I was in the RV. For all those who was like, why can't you sit still? Because our RV had broke down earlier that day. And we had very little mileage left to go. So, there you have it. You see? See, here's the RV. Oh man, I tell you, it's like off-roading with an RV. Oh, I'm getting a little old. But just wanted to show you. Hold on. There we go. And there you have it.
Is Cat Williams reaching? Is he reaching? Also, with this right here, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's too many questions about the sun. It just does not make no sense. There's only one way. Like I said, there's only one thing we know that they doing with the sun. They blocking that thing, bro. They blocking it. They got something in front of it, clearly. Clearly, bro. Like, it just don't make sense. We know why, so let's not act like we don't know why. Let's not act... But other people gonna disagree still. But it's clear, bro. It's something wrong with the sun. It's something wrong with the sun. How many times do we all have to notice it, see it, feel it, and call it out? It don't make no sense, man. It don't.
It has started, people. Let's pay attention.
May be on a highway near you soon. Get ready for driverless tractor trailers, and tech companies say they're ready to hit the road. Take a look. These 18-wheelers designed to carry all sorts of cargo, but one thing they won't be carrying is a driver. By the end of the year, Aurora tractor trailers are expected to begin cruising the highways, hauling freight between Dallas and Houston. To avoid crashes, the self-driving semis outfitted with 25 sensors, including lasers, radars, and cameras. Within the next 4 years, Aurora said it and its competitors expect to put thousands of these trucks on the road, but the CEO with the company touting safety demonstrated the truck's ability to weave through obstacles and avoid pedestrians.
We're going to be out there with thousands or tens of thousands of trucks on the road. And to do that, we have to be safe.
A new federal safety regulation will require all the cars and trucks be equipped with automatic emergency braking or AEB systems, which use sensors to hit the brakes to avoid a crash when the driver fails to. Most new vehicles already have some of these automatic braking forms.
Let's go talk about this,
but the automakers have until 2029 to adopt with these new standards.
Man, like I told y'all, man, what we gonna do when this AI shit take over? Where's all you motherfuckers gonna work at? Not let alone we got immigrants coming over here and all these other people and new people being born at all-time rate. You know what I'm saying? So where y'all about to work at? AI is about to take over everything. They already taking over the trash man, janitorial work, all like company factory work. I mean, what y'all about to do? Entertainment? You about to get on the wave? You better start your YouTube. They're gonna take away TikTok. Y'all see where it's going? What you about to do? Crime? Huh? Good old boys about to turn into crime around here, man. Like, really, what are you about to do? Right below, what are you about to do if everything's ran by a robot? They even got doctors, brain surgeons, AI. Yeah, y'all go down my page, man. I ain't playing. I'm putting you on all the gang, Hood News Radio. I'm making sure y'all pay attention to what the real news that matters. Not that fake bullshit when Cardi B just got another BBL or something. Nah, bro. The real shit. Nigga, pay attention, bro. Your elections and voting is coming up. Your judicial votes. What's going on, man? What's happening to the black environment? Genocide. Pay attention around this motherfucker, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. What you gonna do? I just want to know. What are you going to do? Talk to me? Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, man, y'all got to pay attention, man. Y'all spread this word. Y'all make sure y'all get this around, man, and start making people understand, because you got to have a second plan. That is going to release your ass. And when you get released, what you do? So start teaching your kids the code, technology, and hacking. Hacking is the new dope dealer. Hacking is the new criminal, I guess. So at the end of the day, you can do a little hacking here, a little hacking there. You need to learn this stuff at the point. That's the whole point. Making jokes about it ain't really serious, but you need to understand what is going on. Computer is about to take y'all out. They got computer human beings, cyborgs. You must pay attention to what's happening, because like I don't want y'all out here just up when it happens, like most of the time in the black community and the poor communities. We just be up. I don't care what color it is. You be up. So pay attention, man. Plan ahead. Hood News Radio.
Hood News Radio. He giving you the realest that the news don't.
That's an eye. That's also an eye. And then he's got like the black tape around his mouth. And this bit here is like his hair. I don't know if you can see it. Like when you see it, you can really see it. But when you can't see it, you're like, what? It just looks like a dog. And look, this bit here is like his nose, this white bit. Can anyone else see it?
What if I told you that there is a dark spell that binds all of humanity? Would you believe me? Or would it maybe confirm some of your suspicions? I'm actually talking about the very weird theory that we live in a giant simulation and that this simulation is actually controlled by the clockwork of the Zodiac. And the Zodiac being meant to keep human potentiality in check so that chaos doesn't erupt. However, there are some that are called and even spoken to break out of this spell. Watch this. According to the Hermetica, there is actually a way to break this entire cycle, and it is through a little known process called gnosis. Gnosis is when you realize that you and the Creator are one. And when I say creator, I'm not talking about the archons, the Elohim, or the Anunnaki gods, all of which are essentially the same, though they come from different mythologies. Their mechanisms are basically the same. I'm talking about actual oneness with Source, or Great Spirit. And according to the Hermetica, this illumination is the only way to break the chains of the Zodiac.
So in the dawn of this picture that you are going just to duplicate and mirror this like this here, you are going to see this Baphomet go high with the contrast, right? That's the first one. There's so many things. Take the middle of the face, delete this, copy and throw it over, mirror it to the horizontal, stitch together, open this again. Here we go. Increase the contrast. There is a transformation, right? And you can mirror this to the one side or to the other side. So to this side or to this side, it doesn't matter, because you're going to see this Baphomet face here and here. Right? This here is the face here. You're going to see this thing here.
That's not the first time dudes made it to the channel when he didn't contrast or flipped and edited a picture and it shows some crazy shit. I just don't understand how he knows which picture to choose, or it must be something like he must just got a billion pictures and he just play with them all day, like a puzzle or something. It's pretty creative to me. I think it's kind of dope. It's different. That's what makes it dope and creative. But y'all let me know what y'all feel. Clips before that, how y'all feeling, man? I feel like today's video is getting kind of deep. It's gonna cause a lot of controversy, but that's good, because it's like again, let's bring it back. I always say, just because we don't agree on something don't mean we gotta go to war about it. Just because we don't agree on something don't mean we can't understand one another. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, but let's look at the similarities and not the differences. The differences, that's gonna be, everybody gonna have some type of difference. Difference of opinion, difference in characteristics, all types of things, differences on mindsets. But let's look at the similarities, because the similarities is what unite. The differences is what possibly can divide us. Majority of the time, more times than not, it does divide us. But that's what we hear, that's what we on. So let me know if I'm tripping.
Happened to me. I want to know if this happened to anybody else before. I was on the phone with my friend on the way home from work just now, and we were just talking shit. They hung up, I hung up. But when I looked at my phone, it still said I was on a phone call, but their name was not up there anymore. It was just like a blank phone call. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm like, oh, maybe my phone's just funny shit. I'm like, hello, you know, that's how I am. Why did a man respond back to me talking about some, hello? What the f? So I'm like, hello, how are you on my phone right now? And then I look at my screen, there's no call on my phone. I'm not on a call. But this man is talking to me. Next thing I know, my whole phone shuts down. All of my apps are logged out of. It just took me 20 minutes to get back into TikTok. What the has happened? Was there like a new secret agent that just started today and just f***ed up? U.S. government hired the wrong person. Dumbest. What just happened? Anyway, I have never had some crazy shit like that happen. I wasn't even talking to a man. My friend's a woman. Who was that? I don't know. Anyway, crazy.
Sources are saying that Mr. Beast is done. I found one video I think you should all see. Let me know what you think.
Certified lover boy, certified.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says, Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Chris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
When Billy Carson says this,
Next big war is going to be a space war. They're going to take these UAPs, reverse engineer alien craft. They're going to do a Gulf of Tonkin incident.
space war? Really? When Billy Carson says things like that, and I'm not saying I know it all, but I know one thing is facts. Is space, there is no space.
Next big war is going to be a space war.
There's a lot of people saying he's an agent, and when he says things like that, I'm not gonna lie. Really? I'm not trying to say the earth is flat. I'm not saying that. But you, Billy Carson, you yourself has said this is a holographic light matrix. You have said that multiple times. So why the are you propagating the next big war is going to be a space war? Explain yourself. Inquiring minds want to know. Do you want to know? Do you question, is he an agent of deception? Because when he says things like that, side eye. Piece of the guy.
Hey, I ain't saying space war, but I did say on this channel early on, I do remember saying, I do think that our government is into it with some people that don't look like us. I said on the other sides of the ice wall. My reasoning, because yes, I think there are, again, bad aliens who fly their own spacecrafts. I think that there is our government who flies like reverse engineered alien craft. I also feel like we have alien species out there who are on their own, minding their own business. Ain't worried about a human. Unless they doing something to the atmosphere that's affecting something that they have going on past some ice walls. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But I do think our government is into it with somebody else outside the ice walls. My opinion. Why I feel like that? Because they always trying to make us fear the aliens the most. They always try to make us fear, and if they trying to make us fear, there's a reason why. Most of the time when they trying to make you fear something and they keep pressing an invasion or something like that, is because they're going to either pretend to do it, so it keep us from kicking it with them and exchanging information, because then we gonna click up. Man, let me know if I'm reaching. Let me know if I'm reaching. But Toxic True Reality ain't really lying though, because that's what I'm saying, like space war. I don't know about space war. Unless when we talking about space, we talking about extra space outside the ice walls. But hey, let me know which side of y'all falling on. Let me know, collective.
Have y'all seen that story about that Uber or Lyft driver that met the vampire in New Orleans? That story made me think about a story that happened to me that was similar, but it was in Atlanta. This happened a while ago. I was super young, and the details of the stories don't show y'all how long ago this was. This was in a time where it was just becoming cool to meet people online. Like, you would meet new people on MySpace and be like, oh, they live in the same area. Shoot, let's hang out, let's chill, whatever. This was also during the time where I was on this spiritual, like supernatural kind of awakening time. And everything on my page was talking about like spiritual, supernatural stuff and whatever. So naturally, I would have interesting conversations with people who were like into the same thing. This kid hit me up who was about the same age as me, I think maybe a little bit older, and was asking me, hey, did you read about this? Did you read about this? Have you heard about this? And all the stuff he was talking about, I was like, nah, I never heard of that. Wow, whoa, it's crazy. So we would always have these crazy conversations until we got to the point where he was like, you should come hang out. I got some stuff I could show you, like, that I've done and that I've seen. You should come chill. I'm like, what? Yeah. This is about to put into perspective how long ago this was. So to get to his house, I had to print out directions on MapQuest, which was, the time I was living with my best friend who's like my brother, and I used his mom's car so I could go. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with a friend or whatever. She was like, cool, whatever. So I printed the directions out, drove to the house. I pull up to this house, and it is a mansion, like the biggest house I think I've ever seen. And as the gate is open and he's walking down the driveway, he's like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? What do your parents do? Just kind of like, oh, yeah, they're into everything. They're not in town right now, whatever. When I tell you it was like a circle driveway, it had like Bentleys and like all kind of expensive cars in the driveway. And I'm just kind of like nervous because this is the first time that I've ever been around money like that. We walk into the house through this huge ass garage, and the house has this weird feeling. It like feels homey, but feels expansive at the same time, like a warehouse. It was the weirdest feeling. I can't really put my finger on it, but it felt vast and at the same time cozy. This is where it starts getting. As we go through the house, each room is themed to like a different period of humanity. I'm talking like big suits of armor in one room, and then it's like Asian inspired stuff and ancient stuff. And I'm like, so do your parents collect things? Or at this point, I'm like, what's happening in here? We're walking through all these rooms, and we finally get to a hallway that looks just like any other house, any other hallway. His room was to the right. There was a restroom to the straight ahead, and then branches off to the left to other rooms and stuff. Normal. This is where it kind of linked to the other girl story, and what made me think about this again was I remember the details, but I don't remember the details. Like, I remember we talked about socials, birth certificates. He was telling me how to use my brother's birth certificate to get him out of jail. Other kind of secrets about the country, the world, all kind of stuff I remember, but don't remember. I remember what he looks like, but I can't quite remember what he looks like. I remember what he sounds like. I remember what the room looked like. I remember what the bathroom looked like. And let me tell y'all about what I found in that bathroom. So this is what made me start going on a rabbit hole and researching things, because it was this big book. It was a huge, I don't even think I've ever seen a book this big, but it was like leather bound. You could tell it was really old. When I opened the book, on the first page were like these drawings, and it was these beings, and it was kind of like a family tree type thing. And the first one was saying like, this is this being, and then this is this being's kids, and then this is whatever. These beings looked like us, but pitch black. And these were drawings in the beginning. So the beginning of the book was drawings. They were pitch black, like the color black. All you could see was eyes. I'm flipping through the pages and I'm feeling like I'm invading privacy. I'm seeing something I'm not supposed to see. And as I'm flipping through the book, it's saying names of what these beings are, who they are, like description of who they are. It was like biographies, but very short descriptions. And I can't really remember details, but I do remember as the book got further, it became less of drawings and more of pictures. And once it started becoming pictures, I got scared. I grabbed the book and I take it out there and I'm like, what is this? What is this? What? He goes, oh, that's the book of Anu, the Anunnaki. It shows you who all the Anunnaki are up to this day. Some of humanity comes from them. It's kind of like a story of God and the angels and blah, blah, blah. What? Mind you, we had a full-fledged conversation after that. I remember I was there for quite some time after that, and I remember him explaining it to me, going through the pages and talking, but I don't remember none of that. It's like I'm looking at a memory on mute. I came to an end. I remember getting back into my car, and like immediately after I left, I called my brother while I was on the way, and I was like, "You'll never believe this, blah blah blah," because we were both on this supernatural spiritual journey. I'm like, he said this, da, da, da. My brother's like, I want to meet him. I want to meet him too. I'm like, yeah, I think you can meet him too. In like hours, I've been gone for I don't even know how long, and I'm telling him more and more stuff about the stuff I remember, and he's like, I want to meet him. I want to meet him. I'm like, bet, I got these directions I printed from MapQuest. Let's go tomorrow. I'm sure he's not going to carry his parents out of town right now. This is where it gets all the way crazy. So the next day, we followed the directions that were printed on MapQuest back to that same place. We get there, it's an open field. Nothing's there.
That right there is a dope ass story. Dope ass story. But I want to know, the little boy that he met, the dude that he met, was he an Anunnaki? He was just giving him the game real quick to let him run with the story? Is that what he was doing? Was he showing him proof that this is how some of the stuff was? And that some things is we lied to? I'm asking questions here. I'm not saying I believe nothing. I'm just asking. But his story does sound very, very, very true. But the fact that it's not there no more doesn't mean that it wasn't, that's not a true story. But let me know how y'all feeling. I mean, that would have been a dope ass experience to me personally. He wasn't harmed or nothing. He just got information. Bro, from that's sick. That's sick. That's dope. To me. In a weird, twisted ass way, that's dope. Spam it up if y'all agree, collective.
Look at this now, lingering from the moon. Lingering from the moon. Can't make this shit up, guys. I saw the whole thing. Craziest shit I've ever seen, guys. Oh my god. Guys, that shit was looking crazy when I saw it at first. It was leaving a huge trail behind it. So I thought like it's a comet or it's like a shuttle or something, but no, guys. Going from a stop, another incoming car here, guys, in the middle of nowhere. This shit is so scary. It's right there. It's at a stop now. Look, the moon that I recorded earlier is right there. And there's the thing still going, guys. Yo, how can it go? It's basically stopped. It's basically stopped right there, right now. Look, it's at a standstill. At a standstill, and then it's gonna start going out of nowhere. It's the craziest fucking shit ever, guys. Look, look. That thing is standing right there, right? Look, it stopped moving, guys. Oh my god. What is it doing now? Oh, guys. Some weird shit is going on. It's lighting up the sky, guys. It's another incoming car. Guys, it's doing some crazy shit in the sky. Oh my god. What is going on here? It stopped. And now it's lighting up the sky from a still point, guys. They make this shit up right here, right now, guys. We got a demon right there going on. There's the moon right there. And we got some major shit going on in the sky right now, guys. I really can make this shit up. Look at it over there.
We're here at Target to see if this CERN ordeal, the double stoof that's always been double stuffed, is real. Okay, we're walking in. Here we go. Cookies Owl, we're here. We've made it. Double stoop. This is bullshit.
Clip of the moon, man. That shit is crazy. That is crazy. Let me know, man. Let me know. Because he was flipping out. It looked like it was like energy or something in the air, in the atmosphere. But let me know what y'all feeling. The clip with the double stuffed Oreos. I'm going to be honest. I'm not quite sure I've ever seen it say double stuffed. I'm thinking that it would just naturally say double stuffed. Or not double stuffed, but double stuffed. Like just proper English, you would think it would be spelled correctly. I can see it from a marketing perspective that if it's always said double stoof with just a, you know, one F. But I have seen it say with just one F in the store. I have. But the only thing that made me look was the fact that, you know, that so-called thing with CERN or Mandela effect going on with that. But I don't know. I'm that one. I always forget that one too, though. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But even if you ain't subbed up and you just like coming for the content or whatever the case is, I appreciate you too. I hope you're having a smooth 7. And Collective, man, I really love watching these videos with y'all. I really love it, bro. Like, just watching, especially seeing dude reaction with the moon and all that. Man, I love watching these videos. It's so dope to me. Till I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably